Good day, grade 7. Today, we will explore a special type of text called nonlinear text. These texts that don't follow a traditional paragraph style. Instead, they use visual forms like graphs, charts, infographics, and graphic organizers to summarize and present information quickly. You will learn how these visuals help us understand complex ideas more easily. So what is nonlinear text? Nonlinear text presents information visually rather than in long sentences or paragraphs. So examples, we have here graphs, charts, infographics, diagrams, and graphic organizers. Unlike stories or essays that you read from top to bottom, nonlinear texts allow our eyes to move in many directions. You can see patterns, comparisons, timelines, and relationships instantly. These visuals are common in textbooks, newspapers, social media, and research. So what is graph? Graphs are the visual tools show numerical data, trends, and relationships between variables. The type of graphs that we can use are the line graph, bar graph, and pie graph. So these graphs or type of graphs are the common graphs that professionals are using. So graphs turn numbers into pictures. Instead of reading rows of data, you can easily see increases, decreases, and comparison. For example, a line graph can show how your grades improved over time. A pie graph can show how your daily activities are divided. So what do graphs help us see? Minsan, they help us see the trends across time, comparisons between groups, proportions and percentages, and relationships between variables. When you look at a graph, your goal is to interpret the message behind the numbers. Ask yourself, what is increasing? What is decreasing? What category is the largest or smallest? Graphs can help us understand data instantly. So when you see, or if you're going to apply it to your daily or your real life, like your grades. So when we are going to use graphs, we can easily see what subjects are increasing, what subjects are decreasing, and what subject has the most or the lowest part that makes your grade became low, right? So that's how graphs help us, that's how graphs help us understand the data instantly or directly. So charts. What is chart? Charts organize information into rows and columns or categorize to compare items. So we have here examples. For example, for charts are the tables, comparison charts, or classification charts. Charts make it easy to compare two or more things side by side. For example, a chart can compare the feature of different cell phone brands, showing one has the best battery, camera, or price. Okay? And what do charts help us see? The charts will help us see clear comparisons, organized categories, quick summaries, and differences and similarities. So when analyzing a chart, look at the labels, headings, and categories. This will help us understand what the chart is trying to compare or classify. Okay? And what is infographics? Infographics combine text, images, icons, and data to explain information in a visually engaging way. So infographics are very popular today. You often see them on Facebook, TikTok, posters, and websites. They make complex information easier to understand by using pictures, colors, and short text. They mix facts, statistics, and visuals to help readers quickly grasp the message. So why infographics are effective? It is because it is easy to read, visually attractive, summarize long text, help you remember information better. When you look at an infographic, search for the key elements like the title, icons, data points, and small explanations. They are designed to to simplify big ideas so anyone can understand them. So what is graphic organizers? Organizers are diagrams that shows relationship between ideas. So examples are Venn diagram, flowchart, concept map, cause and effect map, and timeline. So graphic organizers help us analyze ideas more clearly. They make relationships visible, such as how events happen in order, how ideas connect, or how two things are similar and different. So what graphic organizers help us understand? It helps us understand the cause and effect, sequence of events, comparison and contrast, ideas, idea relationships, and hierarchies and structures. These visuals help us organize our thoughts. Writers use them to summarize information, while readers use them to break down large text into simpler parts. So why nonlinear texts are important? Because they help us understand information quickly, summarize long text, see relationships between ideas, and compare and analyze data, and improve critical thinking. So nonlinear texts are essential because we live in an information-filled world. Being able to read graphs, charts, and infographics help us become smarter and more informed. So again, what is graph? Graph are the visual tools that shows numerical data, trends, and relationships between variables. And what graphs help us see? The graphs help us see the trends across time, comparisons between groups, proportions and percentages, relationships between variables. And what is charts? Charts organize information into rows and columns and categories to compare items. Excuse me. And what do charts help us see? It helps us see clear comparisons, organize categories, quick summaries, and differences in their similarities. And infographics combine text, images, icons, and data to explain information in a visually engaging way. Why infographics are effective? It is because it is easy to read, visually attractive, summarize long text, and help us remember information better. While graphic organizers are diagrams that shows relationship between ideas that help us understand the cause and effect, sequence of events, comparison and contrast, idea relationships, hierarchies, and structures. And your activity for today are analyzing visual text. Directions: study each nonlinear text example below and answer the question. The first is bar graph showing students' favorite subject. So we have here the math, which is 20, science, which is 15, and English, which is 10. Then the PE or physical education is 25. Questions: Which subject is the most popular? Next, what conclusion can you draw about students' interests? And lastly, what trend do you see? See? And for the second one, we have comparison chart to smartphones, the phone A and the phone B. So questions here, which phone is more affordable? Next, which phone has better features? Next, which is the best conclusion? Or what is the best conclusion? And the last one is infographic about recycling. Questions: what is the infographic's main message? How does the design help you understand the information? And what action does the infographic encourage? You will have in, to answer it in your English notebook and complete the activity. Afterward, we will discuss your answers. Again, remember to look at labels, categories, and visuals carefully to understand the meaning clearly. Okay, and that would be all for today. Goodbye and thanks.